مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا بك خير الخلق كلهم مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على بك خير الخلق كلهم محمد سيد الكونين والثقلين محمد سيد الكونين والثقلين والفريقين مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على بك خير الخلق كلهم مولاي صل وسلم دائما.
Alhamdulillah. The first sip of coffee on Eid after Ramadan just hits so differently. Assalamu alaikum, Eid Mubarak. Hope you're all doing well, inshallah. Hope you had an amazing Ramadan. May Allah accept all your worship and everything that you did in Ramadan, and may Allah also reward you for anything that you intended to do and you didn't follow through and do. I know I have some of those things. I feel like I started Ramadan strong, and then there was that middle of Ramadan slump, and things got so chaotic trying to balance everything. And then I tried to pick up in the last 10 days to end strong, inshallah. I know a lot of us can relate to that, inshallah, leaving Ramadan and wishing that you did more. But alhamdulillah, may Allah reward us for all our efforts and struggles and attempts and trying again and again. So yeah, let me know how your Ramadan went. I had different goals for Ramadan, personal goals, group goals. I know it's been a while. In terms of YouTube, I had a plan during Ramadan to put out a video every 3 days, so 2 videos a week. And yes, as you can tell, that did not happen. There was only one video in Ramadan. Something had to give. I couldn't balance everything, so I was just juggling all these different balls in terms of work, my personal goals, sisterhood sessions, and all of that. And something had to give, so I had to let go of the content because that was on the lowest priors. Not that it's not a priority. I know that a lot of you find benefit in the different content and stuff, but I had to let something go. And so that was the first thing that I chose to let go because I wanted to make sure that I could manage the other things in terms of priority. So I hope you understand, inshallah. And I hope that at least the things that I was putting out on Instagram, I hope that you found them beneficial, inshallah. If you are over on Instagram, Instagram is a little bit easier to manage because it's just short form content or a short post. So it's kind of easier to manage day by day. But YouTube, because it's long form, it takes just a lot of hours to film and then another lot of hours to edit and then all of that stuff. So it just had to give. So I had to drop it. I was already on very little sleep and I couldn't do any less sleep than I was doing. So even today, I'm on like 3.5 hours of sleep. I did try to sleep a bit earlier, but I think my body got used to the Ramadan hours. And then yesterday there was a big storm at night, starting from iftar time all the way until this morning. There was a storm, like nonstop thunder and lightning. Subhanallah, it was like really powerful. I didn't sleep until like 2:30, and then I woke up at like 5:50 for Fajr and then our Surat al-Kahf Friday session. But anyways, then I got ready for Eid prayer. I've had breakfast, now it's coffee time, and made the rounds of phone calls and messages for Eid Mubarak. And yeah, it is about 10 a.m. I took the morning off, so I do need to get back to work around 11:30. So I did enjoy my morning for Eid. I'll get back to work, and then tomorrow will be more of Eid in terms of gatherings. I'm gonna try to bake something either today or tomorrow for that gathering, inshallah. Bake one or two things. I'm not even sure what it is, so you know as much as I do. We'll see where the day goes, inshallah. I'm just trying to enjoy my coffee now, and I thought we could do a little catch up. Okay, I made a little transition. One thing that I want to do is clear this room up. I feel like there was a Ramadan whirlwind that came in here and things are just, I was surviving through Ramadan and you can tell like I was in survival mode. So yeah, so this space needs some TLC, inshallah. So maybe I'll do that today or tomorrow. My plan for this weekend as a whole is, of course, enjoy Eid, inshallah, but also to do a like post-Ramadan reset because I feel like I need to kind of rein things in and get things under control. So I'm going to be doing like a big dump list this weekend, inshallah, of like all the tasks that I want to get done that are in my head and just dump them on a piece of paper and then make a plan for them, inshallah. Let me show you what is happening in here. During Ramadan, we're still having like the Surah Al-Baqarah sessions, Kahf Friday session, and then during the Sisterhood Ramadan recitation session, we're also doing reflections, day reflection, and then of course I was working here, like day job, and here as well. But anyways, I feel like different books got scattered and piled because I'm trying to prep, like for example, this is Surah Al-Baqarah, which I need to catch up on in terms of memorization because again, I was in survival mode in Ramadan. Well, one of the things that I couldn't keep up with was the memorization part of Surah Al-Baqarah. I kept up with all the prep and we still had our study sessions and everything, alhamdulillah. And hopefully those were beneficial and those probably on the outside looked organized and everything, but on the inside I am scrambling to get things done. And so yeah, one of the things I want to do is make a reset in this weekend and plan how to catch up in my memorization because personally I'm behind. So if you're also behind, you're not alone, I'm behind too, And so yeah, inshallah. But I love the support in this group because even when we're falling behind and like I don't know, the energy in the group, alhamdulillah, all of you are very encouraging and supportive. So yeah, let's try to keep each other accountable, inshallah, so that we can hit this goal, inshallah. Okay, doesn't everybody have this chair or this spot that you just dump clothes on? You just pile clothes and clothes and clothes, and then it just becomes like a dumping ground for things, like either a chair or a spot. This became my Ramadan dumping ground for like different hijabs and things depending on what's going on. So let me show you what's happening over here. So this is the one that I would use for like our sisterhood sessions when I just need something quick to just throw on as a top piece. It's a full-on piece with sleeves and everything. A regular hijab, just one of these that I would just... So basically, if I had like a work meeting that I had to show up to and like I had to show my face to on video Zoom, this is what I would pull, to look more put together. So I just pull this jersey hijab, throw this like long-sleeved shirt with buttons, and that's it. So then I would look so put together. So anyways, this is what was happening in Ramadan. So yeah, I do want to get tidied up, inshallah, get put together. And yeah, then I'll have to get back to work for the rest of the day, but I'm hoping to try to push to make it a short day, inshallah, so that I can finish early. It is many hours later. It is about 5 p.m, so I'm transitioning out of work and I decided to bake now. There's two things I want to make. I've been skimming through and looking at different recipes and things. But anyways, one of the things I want to make is this flourless chocolate cake. I've done it one time before and it turned out really good. So I'm thinking of making this, but I might make this tomorrow morning. I don't know if I'll have time today to do it. And the other thing I'm going to make are some ma'moul cookies. If you're familiar with ma'moul cookies, then you don't need an explanation. But if not, they are these cookies filled with dates, or it can be nuts as well. The thing is that I don't really have all the ingredients because I wasn't planning this. I just decided now. So typically this is made with semolina flour. I don't have that, and I was looking online and people were saying that it's okay to substitute with spelt flour or all-purpose flour. I also don't have rose water, and a lot of the recipes call for rose water. So we're gonna make do with what I have, inshallah, and hopefully it still turns out good. But don't come at me if you see the recipe looking weird, like what am I doing, because I'm just making do with what I have, inshallah. We're going to make the dough first because it needs to sit for 30 minutes, and then while the dough is sitting, I'll do the fillings, inshallah. I'm gonna do dates, and I'll decide in a minute if I want to do nuts as well. I think maybe I'll do 2 fillings. So I need to melt half a cup of butter first. It calls for 2 tablespoons sugar, but I'm replacing sugar with date sugar for a healthier alternative. It feels good, so I think it's done. It just needs to rest for like 30 minutes. Part of the reason that I want to do something with dates is because there's this big box of dates to go through. There's so much, so hopefully I can get through a good amount now. I'm so unprepared for this. I don't really have enough walnuts. This is the only walnuts that's left, this little amount here, so obviously it's not enough to make a filling out of it, so I guess I'm gonna try to do a cashew one. I've never had a cashew marmot, but I looked online, apparently it exists, so I guess we're going with that. So I'm just gonna throw a date in. This is a total mix of I don't know what. So we're just going with it. Okay, moment of truth. Okay, not bad. I still have a good amount of dough and filling, but I'm so tired. So I just stuck the first batch in the oven, and I also want to see how it turns out, so we'll see, inshallah. Hopefully it's good, and then I'll continue the rest later. I just need to take a break. I feel drained from the day. Okay, they lost a bit of shaping in the oven, clearly, but the taste is really good. So I'm happy with the flavor. The cashew ones actually surprisingly tasted really good.
وسلم دائما أبدا بك خير الخلق كلهم مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا مولاي صل دائما أبدا بك خير الخلق كلهم مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا بك خير الخلق كلهم محمد سيد الكونين والثقلين محمد سيد الكونين والثقلين والفريقين من عجمين مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا بك خير الخلق وسلم دائما أبدا بك خير الخلق كلهم